Hello everyone, welcome to History and Culture. In 1766, shortly after giving birth, Lady Ling was eagerly favored by Emperor Qianlong. Despite her exhaustion, she endured the demands of serving him. Over 10 years, she became pregnant 7 times, but each time, Qianlong never allowed her to raise her own children. It wasn't until 162 years later, when the tomb raider Sun Dianying excavated the eastern tombs, that the true cause of her death was revealed. According to historical records, Empress Xiaoyi, born Wei Jia, was born on October 23, 1727, and passed away on February 28, 1775. She was Qianlong's third empress and the mother of Emperor Jiaqing. Notably, she was the only empress of Han Chinese descent in the Qing dynasty. Her father was Wei Qingtai, an inner court official of Han ethnicity, who began as a servant in the Manchu plain Yellow Banner and later rose to become a member of the Manchu bordered Yellow Banner. She was selected to enter the palace during Qianlong's reign, initially given the title of noble person. Her titles progressed as follows: Ling Pin, in the 11th year of Qianlong's reign, Ling Fei, in the 14th year, and Ling Guifei, in the 24th year. In the 25th year, she gave birth to Qianlong's 15th son, Yongyan, who later became Emperor Renzong, or Jiaqing. In the 30th year of Qianlong's reign, she was elevated to the rank of Empress Dowager and gave birth to her 17th son, Prince Yonglin of the Hashua clan. However, in the first month of the 40th year, she suddenly fell ill and died on the 29th day, at the age of 49. She was posthumously honored as Empress Lingyi and was buried in the Qing Yuling tomb on October 23 of the same year. It wasn't until the 60th year of Qianlong's reign that she was posthumously elevated to empress and referred to as Empress Xiaoyi. Some historians comment that Wei Jia's life was full of legendary aspects. In Manchu society, the gates of the palace were always tightly shut to Han women, with very few ever having the opportunity to enter this mysterious realm. Yet, it seemed Wei Jia's fate was destined to be different. That year, a remarkable event of court selection was unfolding within the palace, as thousands of girls competed for a chance to be favored by the emperor. At just 18 years old, Wei Jia unexpectedly found herself at the gates of the Forbidden City. Her stunning beauty and keen intelligence caught the attention of the palace officials. While she may not have been as outstanding as other candidates, she possessed a resilience and confidence that set her apart. Perhaps due to her slightly older age or the unusual wisdom she had accumulated from her ordinary life, this seemingly ordinary woman displayed astonishing beauty and cleverness. Her performance during the selection showcased a unique promise, and her beauty and wit undoubtedly contributed to her selection. However, she had to undergo a special vetting process to ensure her suitability for life in the palace. Wei Jia's fate changed forever as she stepped through the gates of the Forbidden City, embarking on her court life. Despite her humble origins, her beauty and intelligence captured Qianlong's attention. From then on, she became a brilliant jewel in the palace, enjoying the emperor's favor while also bearing the honors and sacrifices of court life. In the palace, Wei Jia was not only beautiful but also displayed great intelligence and wit, winning Qianlong's deep affection. Although there were many beauties in the emperor's harem, she won his favor through her charm. Wei Jia's rise in the court was markedly different from that of other concubines. Her rapid ascent was unprecedented and astonishing. Just as her favored path was remarkable, her promotions were equally extraordinary. Within a mere 3 years, she rose from a noble person to a consort. Such speed was unheard of in the Qing court. Her talent, beauty, and deep feelings for Qianlong set her apart from the other women in the palace, making her his one and only in his heart at that time. It is noteworthy that, while Qianlong deeply loved Wei Jia, he could not ignore the various rules and traditions of the Qing court. He knew that Wei Jia came from humble origins, as she was the daughter of a Manchu plain Yellow Banner servant family, which could lead to her being looked down upon by others in the palace. However, Qianlong's affection for Wei Jia was not merely one of favor but a profound and sincere emotion. To elevate her status, he specially promoted her family's rank, allowing her to transition from a servant of the Manchu plain yellow banner to a member of the Manchu bordered yellow banner. Qianlong's decision was not merely a gesture of favor, it was a sincere expression of deep affection. He was willing to change the rules for her and fight for her elevated status. In the following decade, Wei Jiaxi's life underwent tremendous changes. She became pregnant 7 times and gave birth to 6 children, including 1 miscarriage. Such frequent favor and rapid childbirth were rare in the imperial harem. Not only did Consort Ling conceive multiple times, but under Emperor Qianlong's care, she became one of his favored consorts, showcasing remarkable resilience and endurance. Her loyalty and dedication to the emperor were fully reflected in the court. During this time, Wei Jiaxi became one of Qianlong's most beloved women, bearing both glory and sacrifice. However, Consort Ling's life was also filled with contradictions. Despite Qianlong's extraordinary favoritism, he did not allow her to raise her own children, instead sending them away immediately. The specific reasons for this remain unknown. Later historical records document that in 1928, the warlord Sun Dianying, later known as the Tomb Raider of Dongling, quietly broke into the eastern Qing tombs, a former royal burial site. Like an explorer, he traversed the darkness of the entrance, his footsteps echoing in the ancient underground chambers. In the narrow passage, one side was lined with the heavy walls of the tomb chamber, while the other led to the mysteries deep within the mausoleum. The weak candlelight cast dim rays, tracing the marks of time. The long-sealed air hung over this tranquil place, as if time had stood still here for centuries. However, Sun Dianying's gaze was suddenly drawn to a shadowy corner, where a stone coffin seemed to hide a secret. Cautiously approaching, he saw an incredible sight through the faint candlelight. Beside the ancient stone coffin lay the body of a woman. Her features appeared frozen in time, as if captured at the moment of her death, around the age of 50. Incredibly, her corpse showed no signs of decay, her hair intact, and a smile still gracing her lips. This scene quickened Sun Dianying's heartbeat, he could hardly believe his eyes. The woman before him resembled a sleeping queen, her beauty and expression perfectly preserved, as if she were a court consort peacefully slumbering. She wore ancient court attire, vividly colored, as if time had never altered her. Sun Dianying felt a sense of reverence as he gently touched the woman's hand, cold and smooth. In that moment it was as if he had stepped into a mysterious legend, time seeming to halt, making it difficult for him to comprehend the scene before him. Shockingly, despite the woman being around 50 years old, her skin remained elastic, showing no signs of decay. This discovery sent shockwaves through the world, as if defying the laws of nature. Upon detailed examination by later generations, archaeologists concluded that the reason her body remained so well preserved was due to the high concentration of cinnabar within her. This ancient material, containing heavy metals, has preservative properties, shielding her body from the ravages of time. Her identity was soon confirmed, she was one of the most notable consorts in Qing history. Consort Ling, later posthumously honored by Emperor Qianlong as Empress Xiaoyi Chun, the only empress of Han ethnicity in the Qing dynasty. Yet, her life and cause of death have always been shrouded in mystery. This astonishing discovery raises questions. Why did Consort Ling have such a high amount of cinnabar in her body? Some historians provide an answer: due to frequent pregnancies, her health gradually deteriorated. Her physical condition worsened over time, and to alleviate pain and aid sleep, Consort Ling had to consume cinnabar. It was the prolonged use of medications containing cinnabar that ultimately overwhelmed her body. The cause of Consort Ling's death remains contentious to this day. A plausible explanation is that her long-term use of cinnabar-containing medications led to chronic poisoning. While such drugs could alleviate pain in the short term, their toxicity accumulated over time, ultimately claiming her life. Compared to ancient scientific technology, modern medical advancements allow us to better understand these issues, as modern technology is more effective in dealing with health and disease. This is the History and Culture channel. Liking and subscribing are the greatest help and support to us. Thank you everyone and see you in the next time.